U.S. Senate candidate Chris McDaniel says he doesn't find the sexual abuse allegations against U.S. Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh credible. It is one of the topics the candidate addressed during a wide-range news conference today. Our own Corey Howard was there and has more, including the controversial comments McDaniel made earlier this week on MSNBC.
U.S. Senate candidate Chris McDaniel's comments in an NBC interview in Oxford earlier this week landed the Jones County state senator in hot water.
100 years, after 100 years of relying on big government to save you, where are you today? After 100 years of begging for federal government scraps, where are you today? We've been dead last for 100 years. 100 years. I mean the state of Mississippi. I'm talking about the state of Mississippi. We've been dead last for 100 years.
McDaniel cleared up his comments, saying they were not directed at the African American community, but instead the state of Mississippi.
I stand by what I said. I'm very serious about what I said. Our state cannot be economically prosperous if we're depending on the federal government to prop us up. Our people can't be economically prosperous if we don't have jobs. Put simply, we want jobs, not welfare.
McDaniel doubled down on his comments, referring to the state's economic climate, and took his stance on the appointment of U.S. Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh.
Talking about an allegation from an event that may have taken place, but no proof that it took place, 35 years ago. The bottom line here, I don't find it credible at all. I think Judge Kavanaugh should be confirmed immediately.
While Kavanaugh's fate still remains up in the air, McDaniel continues to offer his support. The senator also mentioned he plans to debate the opposing Democratic candidates Mike Espy and Toby Bartee in the near future. Corey Howard, Fox 23 News.
The debates are scheduled to take place in October.